What up, what up? Saints OG, back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be, being broke is a choice. So we're going to talk about it. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out, to give you leverage to better sales. So let's get into it. So why do I say that being broke is a choice? Okay, so I know I'm probably gonna get some pushback on this one. But I'm pretty sure a lot of folks that are broke right now, respectfully, that are watching this video are gonna say that I didn't choose to be broke. You know, circumstances that I've been in right now and in the past contributed to me being broke right now. I wish I wasn't broke. And, you know, trying to have myself from being broke, you know, so trying to get away from being broke, but it's not a choice right now. I don't choose to be broke. But here's the context I want you guys to really listen to when it comes to this, right? So what I mean by being broke as a choice is, you know, a lot of decisions we make early in life can really dictate how our financial position is going to be later on in life. You know, a lot of folks that have been fired, furloughed, or terminated recently within the last couple of years found themselves in a very bad situation, a very bad predicament, because they didn't prepare for the future, right? They didn't have investments, they didn't have any type of savings. Maybe they had those before and they had to, you know, dip into it at a certain point. But then, you know, once the bottom fell out and they lost their job, you know, things just went crazy, right? And you know, we make decisions every day when it comes to finances. We make a decision whether we're gonna buy breakfast. We make a decision whether we're gonna put gas in our car. You know what I'm saying? Like, decisions are replete every single day when it comes to money. And when you make that decision, you're making a choice of how you're gonna spend your money, right? Whether it be you be spending money because you absolutely have to because it's an essential, or you're spending money because it's a want, right? And if your wants are outweighing your needs, and that's the reason why you're being broke, that's totally the reason why why it's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody told you to buy this, that, and the third over your needs, over what your essentials are, right? And I see a lot of folks on social media, man, that crash out on, you know, on TikTok and Snapchat, some of these other platforms, and hollering broke. And, you know, I don't know these folks, obviously, but I'm saying, but my first question to myself is that what are you doing with your money that is so detrimental to you that you're literally broke and you're almost about to be homeless? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you have a job. Now, I do understand that inflation is real, and the economy is kind of crappy right now in 2026. But, you know, you can downsize, right? You can get rid of things that, you know, say that may be a want, but not a need at the time. And I think Americans as a whole don't like to sacrifice their wants. We just don't, man. You know what I'm saying? We are one of the most spoiled countries in the world, if not the spoiledest country. You know, and the reason why I say that is that, you know, I've been overseas plenty of times when I was in the military. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you know, like poverty and being broke, we don't know what broke really is, man. Being Americans, we don't. You know what I'm saying? There's so many programs in America that if somebody's broke or somebody's poor, then you can tap into those resources and you can get some type of help. Versus you go to some of these other countries and, like, if you're broke, like, you literally have no help. There's nothing out there that's gonna be able to help you, whether it be a local charity, whether it be like a government assistance, none of that stuff. So, you know, when I see foreigners come over here and they start businesses, and they come out winning automatically, I already know the reason why. Because they came from nothing, literally. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why foreigners always win over here when it comes to finances. You have foreigners that come over here that are damn near millionaires within a couple of years of them coming over here, versus you got somebody in their 50s and they can barely pay rent and they live here their whole life. How is that possible? How is it that the foreigners are able to navigate our economic system 10 times better than the average American? Right? It's not that they have more knowledge, it's that they have more grind and they understand the value of money. They're making choices every single day to make sure that they are stable in this country. They tap into resources immediately when they get here. versus the normal American. We don't tap into nothing, or we don't have any knowledge about it. But for some reason, respectfully, a lot of foreigners come over here and they absolutely win off rip. It's crazy. And I'm not hating them. You know what I'm saying? If they're able to work the system to their advantage and they're able to be financially secure once they get here, then, I mean, that's amazing. It really is, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, your average American, we make bad choices. We make bad choices when it comes to finance. You know, one of the things that me and my wife had talked about years ago when we was, well, actually, it was this after we bought our house. And, you know, we would go around sometimes and, you know, look at other homes. My sister-in-law was trying to get a house during that time. And we noticed that a lot of these subdivisions had nice cars in the driveway, right? But it wasn't necessarily an affluent neighborhood. It was like, you know, it was a normal suburban neighborhood, maybe a two-parent household, both parents or both spouses are working, right? And they got a car that we're looking at that it might be damn near as much as the mortgage is, as far as payments. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I like nice cars just like anybody else, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's being what I would call rich poor. I know it's another terminology for it, you know what I'm saying? But being rich poor is not what I want, man. I don't. And when you buy stuff that is excessive, when it comes to the wants categories versus the need category, that's making a bad choice. That's making a real bad choice. I'm not telling you to, you know, to not enjoy your money and enjoy life. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, your choices really, really, really dictate how you're gonna move financially in life, especially later on in life, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we spend money, you know, regardless of what age we are, we need to look ahead like 5 years, 10 years, you know what I'm saying? We just do. I'm not saying like, you know, you're going to Burger King, you're buying a burger and like, oh, in 10 years I shouldn't buy a burger. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that whatever purchase you make is significant. You need to understand like, what are going to be the repercussions of that purchase 5 years from now, right? Especially if it's a loan. Like a car, buying a house, buying assets, contributing to your 401k, things of that nature, right? And I think a lot of times Americans they look at what social media tells them to do. And, you know, it's this hype around certain things and they don't do the research, right? And once they buy these things, right, now they have buyer's remorse. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks out there right now that have buyer's remorse for buying their house, buying their home, you know, buying vehicles, but they didn't do the research. If you didn't do the research, then automatically that's a bad choice you made. It's a really bad choice. All these folks that bought these homes during the pandemic, all these folks that bought these cars during the pandemic, they're regretting it. I'm not saying all of them, you know what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure a good portion of folks or whatever are like underwater with their home and their car. The home thing, for instance, right? Those first 2 years of the pandemic, these folks were buying freaking homes like what, like 2 times the amount that you would normally pay for a house without no home inspection, just foregoing it. You know what I'm saying? Like the house could be $100,000 as an example, and they're paying $160 because somebody tried to outbid them. I don't know what it was about homes back then, man. I understand like folks wanted to have social distancing and all this other stuff, but come on, man. That's crazy. So now your home is upside down. You're underwater on the mortgage, right? No equity. And that mortgage payment is literally draining your pockets every single month, and now you're broke. That's a choice you made. A choice that a lot of folks got to own up to. So yeah, man, I've said this before on this channel about, you know, being broke is a choice, but I want to give some more clarity and some more insight on that because, man, the choices you make today with your money can affect you tomorrow and then some. And then it can also affect your family too. That's another thing about making bad money choices, man. Your family could suffer for what you make, for the choice you make with money. They can. I've been there before, man. I've been there. And I promised myself during that time, whatever, that once I get past this, I do not want to make another bad decision when it comes to money ever again that affects my family. I can care less about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on that. You know what I'm saying? But when it affects my loved ones, that's a serious problem. It really is. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you guys make a better financial decisions when it comes to purchases. And, you know, delayed gratification is a real thing. It really is. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Delayed gratification is a real thing, especially when it comes to money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need all the hype stuff right now. You know what I'm saying? If you are broke right now, then the main thing you need to focus on is your needs and saving money and trying to get a better job or trying to make more money. Outside of that, you shouldn't be concerned about anything when it comes to a want. You need to save money and make better decisions. Who wants to be broke all their life? I sure don't, and I hope you don't either. So I appreciate y'all, love y'all. I'll catch y'all next video. Say so, G, signing out. I'm gone.